Hello, this is Karen O'Loughlin from Centennial High School, and I'm going to just have a quick video here to look at the new computer science electives and the math pathways. Steve Van Gundy would be your contact at Ankeny High School, and this purpose of this video is for counselors and for teachers to help students make decisions with their schedules. The new classes that we have this year are a rewrite of our introductory levels. We used to have just one. We now have three. The first one is our AP Computer Science Principles, and that is an exploratory class. It will or could involve some coding, and I will explain that a little bit more on the next slide. The other two introductory classes involve more coding as an emphasis. One of them is Game Design and Logic and Introduction to Python. Students need to take one of these three introductory classes before taking the advanced level classes. And then the advanced level is the classes that we have already offered, a C++, a C#, and a P Computer Science, which is in Java. Notice the double arrow. Students can go back and take one of these other introductory classes after taking an advanced class. A little bit of information, a little bit more on each of the classes. AP CSP is a full year. It is an advanced placement class. It is not your typical junior senior level class. It is meant to be a freshman sophomore level class, and it could be taken by any grade level, but it is not your typical kind of what we would say a junior senior level advanced placement class. It covers a broad range of computer science topics. It has two creative components second semester, and depending on what project the students select, it may not involve a lot of coding. So that might not prepare kids for the advanced class if they're wanting to go right into an advanced class. Game Design and Logic is going to look at some of the logic behind game design, some combinations and permutations and math things, and it will also talk about the process of designing a game. Students can code an original game or the logic for an existing game. Introduction to Python is very language specific. It's Python, and the students will learn basics of programming while working with that language, and it's a very versatile language that is currently used in industry. After completing one of these classes and based upon teacher recommendations, students can take the advanced classes, all of which include extensive coding. All advanced topics or classes will cover coding structures such as object-oriented design and modularization, decisions, looping, arrays, and lists. Each course will have its own emphasis. AP Computer Science in Java is a full year. It's a Java language, and the algorithm design and analysis is emphasized. We will look at different pieces of code. We will time how long it takes them to execute, and we will study their efficiencies. It is also very much a preparatory class for the AP Computer Science exam. The C++ class is mostly in a text-based environment, and students will also learn very much object-oriented programming design throughout the year. And there is an extensive amount of coding, and depending on which building they're in, students may or may not have that one for DMAC credit, and the same with Visual C#. Except Visual C# is a GUI environment, which means that they're going to be managing or working with labels and buttons, text boxes, list boxes, what we would call exception handling, which is error trapping and preventing people from producing errors when they type in things on a screen. So it's very much like designing like a form that might be on like a web page. And it's also a precursor to some web development classes. Here's some sample schedules real quick, just for example, so if you're a sophomore and you want to jump right in and get more coding, you would do game design in Python, and then the C#, C++, and AP Computer Science, then your senior year. We don't know yet for sure which semesters each will be offered. That will be determined once kids sign up. Likewise, in 10th grade, if you chose to do AP CSP all year long and that you didn't emphasize a coding route in that, then you want to get some more coding in before you take AP Computer Science your senior year. And then there's also, if you don't have as much time in your schedule, maybe take a year of AP CSP and then 2 semester classes in 11th grade and then a Python in your 12th grade. If they're jumping in as a junior and they want to do some coding, a lot of coding, I would recommend they start right away with Python and game design and then jump into AP Computer Science as a senior. And last but not least, maybe they start with AP Computer Science Principles as an 11th grader and then take game design and Python. So lots of variety, lots of options. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact Steve Van Gundy and I. And again, the schematic here that kind of shows the outline of the classes and the order that they can go back and forth.